Hello, good people of the interwebs. It's been a busy week, hasn't it? But then again, it has been much busier on my end. Today, I will review a game which I've actually beaten quite in just a few days, in about a week's time. And it is a series in which most of us probably already own, and that is One Piece. This is the current installment called One Piece Unlimited World Red. Now, it's also for the Vita, a PS3, and I believe the Xbox One, I think. I'm pretty sure it's for the PS4 as well. I'm not entirely sure, I might be wrong. And for the 3DS. The 3DS version is one I own because it's the only thing I actually have that is close to what it is. But, I have to say, this game, being the third in the Pirate Warrior series, developed by Bandai Namco, I have to say, as far as it being a One Piece game is concerned, it was pretty much my first Pirate Warriors game I've ever played, straight through. And yeah, I had to basically switch out Project Cross Zone with One Piece, just because, well, I just needed to change the pace, that's all. Anyway, about the game series. If you know Dynasty Warriors, then you know how it is. Just hack and slash all the way through. Except this is One Piece, and everybody gets pwned in One Piece. Against the Straw Hat Pirates, yeah, your ass is gonna get pwned. Actually, I'm gonna break it down in the most simplest form. Story-wise, the story that's the cat, never mind that cat. That's Masaki back there. The story tells that Luffy and the Straw Hat show up at this bustling little beach, this bustling little island town called Trenstown, and a battle a battle took place there, and therefore they meet with the innkeeper Yadiga, and after she's being saved, they stay there. They stay in town until they've dealt with their business, namely with Patrick Redfield. So they earn this temporary ally by the name of Pato, who is a tanuki, which is a raccoon. And for the most time you're there, you're playing the game just like a Dynasty Warriors game. Except that in this case, I'm going to put this in the most clearest terms I can put it. You're playing Dynasty Warriors 8 with One Piece. I'll tell you why. Because in this case, while you're on the field of battle, taking out pirates and whatever else kind of weird enemies you do take on, you come across some items. Now these scraps of items will help with upgrading town, because you can't you can't go through the rest of the game without grinding for some items on the field, and of course you have to have the money for it. Now, of course, you have to get the following. You have to develop the land, make a general store, make a pharmacy, a factory, a museum, a venue, a restaurant, and a tavern. Now, for most of what you gotta go through, oh yeah, and a poet. So most for what you have to go through, you have to basically go throughout the game, grinding for items, just to make the town basically grow. And you gotta do this at least 2 to 3 times before you actually get the entire town the way it should be. But for the most part, what you want to do is develop the land first. That's first and foremost, because you can't finish the game without developing the land. Therefore, when you do that, you gain more stages to go through. Now, this version has about 8 stages, and from beginning to end, like I said, it's a Warriors game. I enjoy a good Warriors game. Just the fact that it was kind of short. Even though it has 2 modes. I'm talking about the story mode first, then I'll go to the battle cosmic. While it has 8 missions, you have 7 missions, and then you got the final boss fight. You don't really have much of a stage. You just have an arena. And I have to say, out of all the boss fights I've ever dealt with, I have to say, the final boss was kind of a put down. You're fighting at one point an immortal vampire. And if I'm spoiling anything for anybody else, I'm sorry. But here's what it is. You get an immortal vampire. He gets uber badass on you. Then he ages your character, and the only thing you can do is catch his punch. Because Luffy is this old, he's like this, and he's swinging a punch like this. The entire time. I said, okay, so what do I have to do? And then the prompt shows up, catch. I'm like, oh, press that button, catch. For the most part, it is like the most... For a Warriors game, I'd say it's pretty creative that there's a button which you can either dash, dodge, counter, catch, heal, or whatever. You use your shoulder buttons. You use the R button to heal and to cause a moveset. Now, there's 2 different kinds. You have the 3-man and the single. I really think they might have taken that off of Dynasty Wars and just made it totally overpowering in One Piece style. Because I've never seen a team just basically take about 1.5 life, just take a whole life bar and chunk it down to about this much. Especially it's like Saki. Anyway, especially if it's about say you're working with 3 bars of health because of like blue, yellow, and then red. And after all that, well, that's about it. And you wonder why I'm looking back there. I'm checking on my cat. Anyway, like I said before, it is one of those interesting type of Warriors games that I eventually just have fun with. And not to mention the creator of One Piece, Ichiro Oda. He made this story specifically for this game alone. I'd say for somebody who has made characters this crazy and overpowering, my hat's off to you, good sir. You have made a creative story, even though the story could have been drawn out a little more. But I appreciate that. That story was pretty great. I mean, the ending, I have to admit, you had to fight the boss like 2 times, really. I mean, that's the only thing. You fought the boss when he was immortal, and then you fight him with Pato at his side. And all the time, the story just kept you guessing. Like, okay, what is this raccoon going to do? Is he going to join you, or is he going back? You have to basically feel out what this raccoon is doing, because you're watching this whole thing play out. Like, okay, this guy is treating his quote unquote second in command like shit, and you gotta wonder, okay, what the hell, man? So, aside from that, the story mode was alright. It wasn't like Dynasty Warriors or Samurai Warriors. It's not like Warriors Orochi or Samurai Warriors, I'm sorry. But it's good. It was alright. I mean, considering that it's a One Piece story, it's okay. It really was One Piece. It took me 1 week to beat One Piece. As for Gigant Battle or Grand Battle, yeah, that's going to take a while too. Anyway. But aside from that, let's see, the Battle Coliseum. Battle Coliseum was pretty good. Basically, it has its own story. You fight as a 2-man team. For the most part, you're fighting mainly as Luffy and Trafalgar Law. And you get to unlock other characters you can play as. As far as I can tell, it was pretty good. I mean, considering that you have to go from rank C to rank A. And the entire time you're going from rank C, you get to rank B. As soon as you get to rank B, then you get dropped back to rank C. And then you got to work yourself up to rank A. And I have to say, okay, even if you put this on hard, it's like, you're like this. You're basically like clawing. You have to claw yourself up there, basically. That's all you're doing. You're just clawing yourself up to the worst rank to the best rank. C being the worst rank, A is the top rank. So basically, that's all you're doing. Aside from that, I played with all the characters, mainly. I haven't unlocked all the characters, but I played with most of the characters. I think my personal favorite has to be Ace. Only because he's like Luffy, except that the dude is fast, he can hit hard, and my God, he is broken as all hell, almost like Luffy. But Luffy's a bit slow, but he's not slow. Just in his moveset, he's sort of slow in his Gum Gum Gatling. His Gum Gum Gatling is a bit slow. It's like, it's just, I mean, it's like really fast, but yet really slow at the same time. So it's like with every character, you just basically have to know their movesets. Like, Soto has a moveset, Sanji has a moveset. Sanji has been an enjoyable character, I have to say. Between Sanji, Luffy, Ace, Zoro. For the ladies, I would say that Skank Nami is okay, but I prefer either Nico Robin or Boa Hancock over her. Only because, you know, the moveset. Her moveset is okay, but it could go for, it can go for, say, a little more. As far as moves go, she could use a little more. Usopp, he's mainly like in sniper mode, so it's like, oh, basically all you have to do is like run away, shoot. Brook being the tallest motherfucker I've ever seen. Okay. God, I'm wondering how the hell he can actually nail somebody with that moveset of his. Chopper, I ain't gonna lie, he's short, but man, he's got power on him, which is good. He has power on him. But it just sort of looks weird the way he is. You know, it's like he doesn't look like a reindeer when he's fighting. He looks like something else. Although I kind of wish, my only complaint is I kind of wish that you fought as at least Redfield. If you could fight as Redfield. Or Whitebeard, or Blackbeard, you know. As any of the seven pirate warlords, yes, I've learned the whole story of One Piece in under 1 week of playing this one game. But and for a guy who doesn't watch that much anime to begin with, yeah, I pretty much have to say I enjoy this game. I really have enjoyed this game. As far as being a Dynasty Warriors spin-off, Dynasty Warriors, Samurai Warriors spin-off, I've enjoyed this game. I really have. I mean, like I said, my complaints are only minor compared to everything else. But aside from that, I've got no qualms with this game. And from then on, I have to say, it was pretty much worth the buy. It was worth $32. I had to wait until, like, say, June or July just to pick this up, because, like I said, honestly, I thought this would come out like at the end of the year, but apparently it didn't. So I probably read that wrong. But in any case, I'm glad I bought this. The only thing I just didn't get was the DLC for it, which all you got was a Flame Fist and I think it was a different suit. But apparently I didn't really need the Flame Fist. I mean, you know, I unlocked Ace. Therefore, my Flame Fist is right there with Ace. Okay. I mean, it'd be fun. It would have been nice to have Luffy with the Flame Fist, but that's okay. I wouldn't want the game to be more broken than it already is. Well, like I said, you know, the little stuff you do in between, you know, missions, like find some items, talk to people and whatnot. It's a nice thing, because the more you talk to people, you know, the more they'll like you, and you might get some items. I gotten a few items from some of the people in town, and even though I finished the game really isn't that finished, because you still have quests to do. So you can still play the game, play with the quests, or you can do battle tournament and see if you can go on top. And I had to say, the Coliseum. The Coliseum, even on hard, has been enjoyable. Because you have 4 sets of matches you have to do. Aside from the special and the rank up match, you have the Battle Royale, the scramble, the duel, and I forgot what the other one was. Scramble, duel, special rank. No, special rank. God, I forgot what that other one was, but it was 4 matches. Boss Rush. Boss Rush. That's the latest one I've unlocked, was Boss Rush. And all I have to say is, it's been enjoyable. I can't say any more, except that the whole game itself has been enjoyable. So if you have not picked up this game, whether you have a PS Vita, 3, 4, Xbox One, or 3DS, pick up this game. You will enjoy this game. I know you will enjoy this game, because I myself have enjoyed this game from beginning to end. And of course, this is a good game. I'm not gonna lie, this is a really good game. So with that, my friends, as far as One Piece goes, I pretty much have enjoyed One Piece. And it probably might want me to get in touch with watching the actual original anime, not the 4Kids version. The 4Kids version was a piece of shit. I'd rather hear "we are" over than "yeah yo yeah yo." Nobody want to hear that shit. I know it's like it's like grating to my ears when I hear it. Yeah yo yeah yo. But anyway, that was my review of One Piece Unlimited World Red, or Adu. And I'll see you next time with more reviews. Stay tuned for my review of an anime in which I'm going to actually cover something not of this century, but something from the past. So yeah, coming up next will be retro reviews. The first of many retro reviews, and for my first one shall be of a movie I've recently seen, not too long ago, which is Lilycat. So, stay tuned for that. Till then, I've been the Tenkai Izzy of Gaming and Otaku, Ichigo Musco, and I will see you next time for whatever the hell else I feel like doing. Until then, take care, God bless, have a great rest of the weekend, and Tenkai Muso.